They said some doors should never be opened. They said the pressure would crush anything left inside. But deep in the black abyss, one first-class suite has remained sealed tight since the night of the sinking. Room B52. Is it a tomb, a treasure vault, or a crime scene frozen in 1912? Today, for the first time in 113 years, we are breaking the lock. You are not ready for what's waiting on the other side. Hit that subscribe button on Sunken Inside right now, because we are going in. The journey begins in the silent corridors of B Deck. Once a place of luxury, it is now a mass grave. At the end of the hall stands the heavy oak door, but the path to get there is paved with the remains of those who never made it to the lifeboats. The lock breaks. The door groans open. As the silt clears, we step into a private parlor. But the room is crowded with the dead. Amidst the rotting velvet and marble fireplace, the occupants remain, frozen in a moment of leisure that has lasted for over 100 years. To the left, a private dining table is set. Silver cloches and crystal glasses sit undisturbed in the mud. Opposite an empty chair, another skeleton sits slumped over the table. It appears they were in the middle of a meal when the iceberg struck. A dinner party that never ended, waiting for a final course that never arrived. Time is a strange concept here. On the mantelpiece, a clock lies stopped at exactly 2:20 a.m., the precise moment the Titanic died. Nearby, a dusty mirror catches the reflection of our ROV lights, creating a ghostly window into the past. It feels as though the owner just stepped away, leaving his life interrupted in mid-breath. This suite was one of the few with a private promenade deck. We moved through the glass doors to the outside. Here, the passenger could look out at the ocean in privacy. Now, a skeleton stands at the railing, hands gripping the corroded iron, staring out into the eternal blackness of the abyss. Moving back inside to the private bedchamber, the scene turns from peaceful to desperate. Here we uncover the heavy price of greed. A heavy wooden chest is burst open at the foot of the bed, spilling gold bars and diamonds into the mud. But look closer. The occupant is lying on the floor, clutching the treasure. Even as the water rose, he refused to let go. Adjoining the bedroom is the dressing room. A vanity table still holds silver brushes and perfume bottles. A skeleton sits before the broken mirror, perhaps putting on jewelry in those final chaotic moments. A diamond necklace lies tangled in the finger bones, a final act of vanity before the end. In the private bathroom, the porcelain tub is still intact, but it holds a grim secret. Inside the tub, curled up for protection, lies another figure. Seeking refuge in the most intimate of spaces, they found only a cold, watery grave. It is a chilling reminder of the human fear that filled this ship. Hidden behind a rotted painting, we find the wall safe. It is slightly ajar. Our lights peek inside to reveal stacks of dissolved banknotes and a leather pouch. A skeletal hand rests on the safe door, as if the person died trying to retrieve their fortune. It is a haunting image of wealth rendered meaningless. Leaving the private suites, we move to the exclusive facilities that made the Titanic famous. First, the gymnasium. It was a place of health and vitality. Now, it is a gallery of horrors. The mechanical camel stands rusted in the gloom. And there, still seated on the machine, a skeleton rides eternally. A grim reminder of the routine that continued until the very end. Deeper we go into the ship's most beautiful secret, the Turkish baths. The intricate blue and gold tiles still shine, defying the decay. It is a breathtaking sight. But in the cooling room, on a teak lounge chair, a figure reclines comfortably. He looks as though he is merely sleeping after a steam bath, unaware that the ocean has become his tomb. Nearby lies the swimming bath. Once filled with heated seawater, it is now a pitch-black pit of the unknown. It is perhaps the most terrifying place on the ship. At the edge, legs dangling into the void, sits another lost soul. Did they come here seeking comfort in the water they knew? Now they are one with the deep. Though largely inaccessible, the entrance to the squash court gallery remains. Peering down into the dark observation area, we see the remnants of sports gear. A racket floats in the mud. It was a playground for the rich, now crushed under the immense pressure of the Atlantic. On the upper decks, the Veranda Cafe offered a taste of Paris, with real ivy climbing the walls. Now, only sea plants grow here. Yet, at a corner table, the tea service is still set. Two figures sit across from each other, their empty eye sockets staring into the dark. A conversation interrupted, a cup of tea never finished. We drift into the first-class smoking room. This was the domain of men. The mahogany walls are gone, but the card tables remain. Around one table, skeletons sit in a circle. A pile of sediment in the center suggests a game of cards was in progress. They played their hand until the ship played its final card. Just down the hall, the barber shop remains open for business. The chairs are bolted to the floor, rusted but upright. A pair of scissors lies in the mud. And in the chair, a customer waits forever for a cut that will never be completed. It is a snapshot of mundane daily life, preserved in a mausoleum of steel. We make a rare detour to the ship's hospital. The metal beds are stark and cold. Medical instruments lie scattered on the floor. A skeleton in a nurse's uniform lies next to a patient's bed, staying by their side until the water took them both. A final act of duty in the face of disaster. Throughout the wreckage, nature mocks human vanity. A priceless diamond necklace lies in the sediment, ignored by the passing fish. A crab makes its home in a silver soup tureen. In the end, the ocean claimed it all: the gold, the luxury, and the lives. The sea makes no distinction between the rich and the poor. As we pull away, the lights fade, leaving the Titanic to her silence. These suites and halls are not just wreckage, they are graves. We leave them now, respecting their slumber. Thank you for diving with us. Remember to subscribe to Sunken Inside. Until next time, the deep awaits.